ask you once more, Ash. Would you like a buff?
Right, so before you step out to
maybe.
fight while everybody
Yes,
is
you
still
would.
confused
Yeah.
that somebody
I
actually
can-
wants to fight Urias of their own volition and they're not fucking crazy or drugged up or maybe both. As for the rest of the household, they're gonna give you a few small things as well, because they're not gonna send you out there to pretty much fend for yourself without anything. The the bodyguard that was designated as apparently worthless puts a hand on your shoulder, Iris, and you feel like the blood inside your body is beginning to pump at a quicker pace. Everything around you suddenly feels like it's very slow.
Haste.
You have been permanently hastened for the next hour. However, since this is not, well, the typical haste effect, this is kind of your physiology was just altered for a brief moment. After the haste effect ends, you will suffer a level of exhaustion.
Oh.
3, 2,
I thought
The
it was
1.
announcer
confirmation.
Table
does
smash.
his job. It is you feel the goosebumps, the goosebumps on your skin. Your hairs are standing on, and you feel the pressure as there's thousands of people spectating, watching the show, and getting ready for a fight. They want to see blood. They want to see carnage, and you're getting ready. As you're being introduced, you step out into the arena. As most of them aren't sure exactly who is brave enough to fight Urias or why, then they notice that you're actually human, and they're even more confused. And then that confusion turns into a sensible chuckle that turns into a malicious chuckle as they all begin laughing at you and chanting, Urias gonna kill you, Urias is going to kill you.
It was like looking around, it's like, do they all laugh evenly like that, or is it just a race thing?
Hey,
That's
Exploder,
racist.
the question
Yeah?
isn't like who is brave enough. The question is who is dumb enough.
I didn't want to go there, but thanks for pointing that out, Sibby.
Look, like I'm not saying Iris is necessarily dumb, but like I'm betting that
But it
everyone in
is
this
her
fucking
dubstep.
like everyone in the stands are thinking that right now. They're like, who's stupid enough to actually fight you? Oh, okay.
Like, it's the thought of your
Oh, it's a human. Well, that explains a lot.
team. You go, I'm not saying Iris is dumb, but
No more like.
Anyway, some time passes and the announcer finally announces Urias. However, nobody steps out. Some whispers begin to echo throughout the halls as everybody is waiting for Urias to come. They announce him again, but nothing happens. You see that some of the staff are starting to run backstage to apparently find Iris's opponent, who isn't showing for some reason. You see that when it was announced that Urias is supposed to come out and nobody come out, none of the other houses, or at least most of them, are not surprised at all.
Huh?
It seems like they already knew that he is actually not here. Suddenly, there's loud boos in the crowd. Everybody is very frustrated and angry. However, you notice that not all houses are reacting the same. Like I said, some of them seem to be completely fine with this, even though they seem frustrated at Iris for breaking the surprise early. Some of the houses that were not in on this are extremely furious, as it seems like this was purely done to make them waste some of the slots. Urias was never planned to be here. This was just the rules, played by some of the houses.
What?
Yeah, turns out Urias is not here.
Wait, you mean he's not even
Urias,
in the
he's
tournament
silly.
at all?
No, he's not.
Motherfucker!
One.
It's like, god damn it! Like, she's stopping
While
about
Iris is
damn,
doing
damn.
the moment, Alyssia mumbles and everybody realizes all the other houses took a loss and Urias is about to get disqualified because he's not actually here, which means that your house is about to score the first point and jump ahead of the competition. You see that the announcer is raising his hand to announce Iris the winner, but just as he's about to do that, suddenly there's a very loud explosion as a large lightning crackles down from the top of the arena, bursts
Reinhardt?
through the ceiling and slams into the arena in front of Iris.
Is this fucking
from the
Ryan?
smoke-
It's Logan. It's Logan.
Right, I'm gonna make a note that after this arc is over, Yana is gonna become a prostitute and she's gonna become a drug addict.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry.
Anyway,
It's called mana. It's not a drug.
so
Lifestyle?
as your ears are ringing, it is because that lightning literally fell right next to you. You see that a man casually steps out of the smoke, and everybody is immediately silenced as Urias is
Thunder.
standing there. He turns back towards the announcer and says, "Why are you so surprised? You mentioned my name. I wasn't aware I was part of a tournament, but since I'm here, might as well." You see that all the houses are suddenly turned in an uproar as apparently somebody called the devil and the devil decided to show up anyway.
Wait, so even if I
Everybody doesn't
lose,
know what to think.
so even if I lose, technically I've fucked up their plans because I brought the real Rias here when he's not meant to be
Exactly.
here to win. So, what?
So, if you decided not to fight, guess what? That truce would have gone on for quite a few more rounds, and the houses that were in on it were gonna have a huge fucking lead compared to everybody else. But since you called the bluff, it turns out that yeah, it was just a ruse. Your ass was never
Oh,
here. But guess what? Now that they actually called the devil, turns out he decided to show up
So
anyway.
all the houses are like, she must be a tactical genius, and it was just like, yeah, we get to fight.
Everybody doesn't know what to think, but all they know is they're exhausted
You
and want
see
to see
that the
someone beat the shit out of
announcer,
each
some
other.
of the houses are arguing that he cannot just show up like this, but since technically he is meant to be here, he has been called and he is straight up in the competition. Now that he's here, he's like, fuck it, I'll fight anyway. I'm already in, you can't fucking say shit. So, sorry Iris, but even if you lose, technically he has been voted in here, so he is taken now part of the tournament. Right, as Uriah steps out from the smoke, you manage to catch your first glimpse of him.
I fucking knew.
guys.
Yeah.
No, that was meant to be a joke. I literally put him here to make you like, ah, right, fuck you. That's not the actual picture. That was a joke.
I think
It's a double ruse.
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
no.
Why does he look so gay?
To be fair, this
He's
is
a vampire.
yeah,
looks
it's
gay.
vampire. All vampires
vampire,
look
they're
gay.
especially
Even
gay.
before Twilight, they look gay.
Sorry.
Like, what the fuck is with
Are
that
you all
nut
commenting
muscle?
on
Blame the
this?
artist. Anyway,
Are we done?
Yeah,
Are we
No.
done with these
It
people?
looks like when you
It does.
suck in your belly and then you push it to the side.
we're
That's
done.
it. I'm having
So
your
is
ass
it
kill
in?
all of you fuckers. Fuck you.
Come on.
Why is
I'm not
some
even
of his
doing
hair
anything. I didn't even say anything.
Did he try
No,
and dye
I don't
his
care.
hair and
They're
then
here
just
by
give
association. You're all gonna
You
fucking die
can't do
now.
that.
Fuck
Just
him up.
association.
Punch her right in the mouth.
let's just bring it on.
He
Right,
looks so
let's
gay.
go. Come on then.
Right. As Uriah stands in the middle of the arena in front of you, it is like he's not scowling right in the picture. He has a bit more of a light-hearted smile. You see that the crowd is very excited to finally see him here because they had no idea what was going on behind the scenes. They just thought, oh yeah, there he is. He's here for the fight finally. But no, he actually literally found out 2 minutes ago that apparently he's in a tournament and apparently somebody is brave enough to fight him. So he's like, oh, well, if somebody's fucking brave enough to fight me, I better fucking go then. And he showed up. So there he is. Congratulations, Iris. You wanted the devil came. Anyway,
Huh.
as Uriah stands there, the crowd once again begins to laugh at you, Iris, and mock you. The next moment, you notice, as I've mentioned last time, the arena has been reinforced with magic, basically, so no matter what happens inside the circle, the crowd can be safe, right? There's powerful barriers set up around the arena, so everybody spectating can be safe. However, you see that Urias is immediately casting something. He brings his hands forward. You see that bats are suddenly appearing out of mist and shadow, and they form two giant hands who rip into the protective barrier and slowly begin to crack it open. The next moment, you see some of the vampires in the audience beginning to get slashed and ripped apart. The ones that actually started laughing at you. Immediately, everybody in the crowd is terrified as the barrier cuts off the hands. He literally just killed them through the barrier. He then raises his voice violently. That is enough. You will not mock the person who was brave enough to challenge me. I see now what is going on here. All of you cowards just stood back and watched, waiting. While this girl here decided to step up and fight, I will not have you mock my opponent. You, human, what is your name?
I am Shirokawa.
So, you wish to face me then?
I have heard much about you. From your personality, to your fighting prowess. Gotta say, I was interested.
He smiles even wider. Good. My name is Urias Formonde, and I shall be more than happy to oblige your challenge. Well then, Iris. Show me skill worthy of that brazen attitude. Fight with everything you've got. Hold nothing back. Show me your strength. And he doesn't actually wait for the announcer who still hasn't given the go for the fight. He just doesn't give a fuck. The people right now are panicking that a lot of vampires in the audience were instantly fucking murdered. So Urias immediately takes up a battle stance, Iris. And he's giving you the first shot. You can strike first.
Awesome. Because that's what I'm gonna do. Immediately I'm gonna dash forward. By the way, does these spells activate as soon as I hit him, or...?
As soon as you hit him, let me know and I'll roll the disintegrates.
Alright, but can I do my flurry of blows, or do I have to activate them, or is it just activate?
No, you
just
can do
as soon
everything,
as
that's fine.
it
Oh,
makes
jeez.
contact with his face, boom, disintegration.
Wow.
Also, just for the sake of this going faster, if you want, I'm gonna say that both you and him deal double damage. How's that?
That's fair. I mean, I suspect his double damage is 5 times my damage, but okay.
Ash, have you forgotten back when I was your ally and buffed all of your shit all the time?
Yeah, it was such a great time when Vendrick
Alyssia got
wasn't a
so many
betrayer.
arrows. She got so
Yes.
many arrows.
Right,
But actually, you don't
let's
use it
do
once.
this.
Everything apart from the critical fails hits.
I'm just gonna roll crit on both of those disintegrates.
So essentially, she wastes no time. She dashes right up, combines both her fists, goes forward to his midsection for both a disintegration ray, and then just starts unleashing like a massive flurry of attacks. Just
Right.
not even holding back, just super speeding it.
You see that Urias is immediately starting to lose ground from your furious assault. However, all you see is his bellowing laughter. He's excited. Yes, this is how a fight should be. Yes, more. He
Kick.
skips his turn.
He skips his
Well-
turn. If he's saving up for something to blow me away, I'm gonna be worried. Right.
More like you tickled him.
More like I tickle him.
You see that you have actually dealt some serious blows on his body. Like he's
Okay.
taken serious damage. He's bleeding a lot.
Yeah, mainly because I just fired disintegration rays. I'm gonna look
Yeah,
and say,
you just
I
hit him
miss
for
Vendrick.
240 on disintegration.
Yeah, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I miss Vendrick. But now I'm gonna attack him again.
And that was the real victory.
You see, by the way, that the crowd is extremely shocked right now since you're putting on quite the display, and Urias is literally bleeding all over the arena. He's taken massive damage. He looks in a very bad shape, and despite that, he is still laughing excitedly, like he's enjoying himself greatly. You
Iris
see that
is,
he just continues to laugh confidently as he's taking more and more damage. More.
Iris is like, I can keep dishing at hell, but it's no fun if you don't fight back.
Very well then. My turn. Instead of standing back, you see that he takes an aggressive stance and rushes towards you, Iris. Make me a dex save first of all.
Alright.
He immediately rushes towards you, and as you're getting ready to greet him head on, he suddenly dives downwards and sweeps your legs, knocking you prone. And at that moment, he then, rather than dogpiling you, grabs you with one arm by the head, lifts you up, and then immediately slams you back down into the ground. He then lifts you up again, hitting you square in the stomach and pushing you back, basically letting go of you. You take a total of 38 non-lethal damage. You're back on your feet, but you were basically taken for quite the ride.
He's like,
And he's still laughing. Come on, again.
let's see how he likes this. Essentially, Iris is gonna apply 3 talismans to her first action. So that's armor plus 2 AC. Now I'm gonna apply both air and fire to one of my fists. And essentially, instead of this 5 being like a flurry of blows, it's just one big attack attempt to just smack him in the chin. Let's see.
Gotcha, so you're making one big fuck you attack.
Yeah, 1 second, I got to turn off advantage.
As he takes the explosion head-on, you see that his chest is literally beginning to peel off and ripped off. You see some bone underneath it. He took massive damage from that. He actually staggers backwards, but he's still laughing and enjoying himself. You see that he's actually... you see that you can make an educated guess without you having to roll anything. He is close to death, and yet he is still having fun and enjoying the moment. He is absolutely crazy.
So I'm gonna smile away as he's enjoying it. It's like, I hope you don't mind, but I didn't think of holding back.
Again, he skips his turn.
I'm
This
worrying.
guy some kind of masochist or something?
It's like he's slowly getting off on it.
He is called the Mad Dog, so...
I kind of miss Ventrix Puffs.
You see that he's on his last leg. You see a flicker in his eyes as he suddenly darts forward to attack you back. What did you say your AC is? Ooh, not bad. However, he chooses to succeed!
Motherfucker!
Top of the
No!
cakes.
No, over
Once again,
PCs!
reaches out, grabs you by the shoulder, and violently jerks you down, slamming you into the ground. He is faster than you can imagine. You are hasted, but his speed can actually still match you. As
I
you
see
get ready
you
to
too
get
are a
attacked,
Klein.
suddenly he stands up in front of you and stomps on your chest with his foot. You see a mad gleam in his eye as he stares you down. Make a wisdom save. Suddenly, Iris, your body freezes as you are racked by fear.
Oh.
This is not your full strength. Are you mocking me? And as he does that, you are overcome with fear. And since you are and you cannot run, you do the only logical thing you can. You immediately lash out violently towards the object of your fear and begin attacking. However, since you were inflicted by that, you feel that both Ashura and Morgana have definitely woken up. That lit a fire underneath them. Morgana has immediately buffed you, so you get her benefits, and Ashura is in your hands, materialized as a weapon ready to fight, as she violently knocks Urias off of you a couple of feet away so you can get back to your feet. You are now buffed and have Ashura, by the way, just so you know.
Alright. So he's off me now, right? Right?
Yeah, you can
Alright.
get back up.
Well, given that monks have this small thing, and so when Iris gets up, all you hear is almost like a roar, almost like Morgana's roar, like, "Argh!" And I am no longer feared, but I lose my bonus action for that, but still worth it. Before I just still do the exact same thing and go all out. Right. Oh, that's
Also, since I see where this is going, Urias chooses to take an action. Since he's been skipping, right before you attack, he chooses an action and casts a spell. You have no idea what he just casted. Go ahead and make your attacks.
I provide color commentary from the stands.
Sure, go ahead. Also,
And then-
Vendrick, if any of the mages want to roll Arcana, you can figure out what spell he just
That
cast.
is exactly what I
I
wanted to do.
do.
And here our champion Urias seems to have just cast an... Oh, that's a bad one. Dog stat is int.
The spell is called Invulnerability.
Okay.
The 19.
So, yeah, I don't think any of these can physically go through.
None of your attacks, even though most of them hit, you see that none of them actually manage to touch him. As soon as your blade gets close, you feel like there's an invisible force dampening your blow until it's just standing there, just short of touching him. There is no resistance, your blade just stops.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a bad one, competitors. She'll have to break his concentration. And how will you do that? Over to Yana with the sports.
By the way, I still have one action left.
Thanks, Vendrick. She seems thoroughly fucked. Back to you.
By the way, I happen to know what the invulnerability is. Well, not Iris
You can
doesn't.
take no damage.
But he can't take any damage, but that doesn't mean I can't throw him.
Oh, you can.
I'm going to attempt to grapple with one hand.
Go ahead.
Every kick.
What do I have to roll again? An attack?
The
This
bold
bitch
strategy, Yana. We'll
invulnerable.
see if it pays out for her.
Make sure it's a good one.
Seems to be trying to win by ring out, which is curious. as I
26.
didn't know that was a rule.
Absolutely makes it. You can grab him.
I
So-
think
so-
she's channeling the anger that she always feels about getting thrown herself.
Well,
Fuck
in
you
this
guys.
scenario, it looks like she's the Oni and he's the her.
Fuck you guys.
Any
Iris, you
commentary,
managed to
Alyssia?
grapple your ass. What do you do?
Right, so essentially, as a grapple, Iris is just gonna basically toss him into the anti-magic barrier. Just.
Right.
That's
and
a
as
good
you toss
tactic.
him, he slams against the barrier. You see that since the barrier is magical and he is using a concentration spell, the two kind of mix together and don't match. The invulnerability spell actually breaks as he falls back down on his feet and lands perfectly. He is no longer protected by invulnerability. He immediately bursts out laughing. Genius! I love it. Yes! More! Show me more, human.
Oh wow,
Fine.
Vendrick, it seems her strategy accidentally worked on accident. Also, I'm starting to suspect
you.
that this guy might be some sort of masochist, which is kind of uncomfortable.
That's been confirmed, Yana. This guy is
you s-
most certainly a masochist. Over
God
to you,
damn it.
Alyssia. Any comments
Iris,
on the match?
Yeah?
Iris, he stomps loudly with his foot and lets out the battle cry. As he does, you see that all the blood in the arena that you have spilled from him suddenly come to life, and it quickly begins getting siphoned back inside his body. The next moment, you see that his wounds are rapidly beginning to close.
By the way, he hasn't physically hurt me yet, has he?
No, he only did non-lethal with his fist
Fuck.
because he can't deal lethal with his.
That's a bad thing because I can't regenerate non-lethal.
Suddenly, you see a flicker run between his fingers, and the hairs on your back of your neck again stand on in from the tension in the air as he begins to cast Maximize Magic, Chain Dragon Lightning, and you see two big balls of lightning channel between his arms with lightning passing through them back and forth as he hurls it towards you. And the entire area begins to getting obliterated by the lightning that's literally scorching the earth. Right, I did mention that we're dealing double damage, right?
Yeah.
It's safe to say that you easily just took over 200 lightning damage.
So after all that, Iris is still standing. Thank you, Death Warding Bond.
Right, so you're at
Yup.
1 HP, is that correct?
Although
Yes.
I believe she's
Hey,
quite
Iris.
singed.
Hey, Iris.
Hmm?
He activates Action Surge!
No, fuck off!
Maximize Magic, Blizzard. And you see that around you, the air is beginning to freeze and icicle shards are beginning to bombard the area. Make a wisdom save.
Wisdom to avoid light. Damn it.
Oh, no, oh shit, not wisdom. Dexterity.
Constitution?
You're fine. You managed to dodge the blizzard and all the icicle shards that are falling around you.
Thank God for that.
Iris, it's your move.
Well, immediately, Iris is just gonna clench her fist and her wounds start healing on their own. I now have 31 health.
That's
Wow.
a very good heal, actually.
Kick him in the dick with disintegration.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what
Oh,
I'm
God.
doing. I'm diving towards him right now. Just whoosh. Since it's a bonus action, I can just attempt to stab a shot into the ground and basically windmill kick him. Yeah, unless he's a monk.
Right. Iris, even though he regenerated, you start dishing out massive damage towards him. He's once again on the back leg. You see that he is on death's door, and he's just laughing.
There's your disintegrate damage, Ash. Adds
Oh,
up to
nice.
roughly 240 or 250. I can't be
Oh,
asked to do
That,
precise maths.
however, you actually manage to drop him to 0. However, as you do, you see that a magic around him shatters, and he survives at 1 HP.
I knew he had the same thing as I did.
Okay,
Top
so
of every
about
kick.
As he reaches out towards the massive wound in his chest and the one on his neck, where he's bleeding profusely, and he's about to pass out from blood loss and die. The smile is still on his face. Ah, I could die. Oh, that's no good. It's been so long. This is so fun. More. Again. As he says that, he suddenly reaches out to attack you again, Iris. You're at 1 HP, correct? What's your AC?
31. And
Oh,
my
31,
AC
okay.
currently is 22. And I'm
22.
gonna give him disadvantage on attacks because I'm using my dodge ability.
Well, I didn't say anything yet. He's not actually attacking you.
Oh.
He brings his hand forward and puts it on your chest and says, "Disintegration ray." Dodge.
I would
What?
suggest winning the dodge, because
What
Hey,
do you
does
mean
that-
winning?
Hey, Iris. He chooses to give you disadvantage.
So I have
Oh, God.
normal? I'm gonna die!
Is it con or
Maybe
dex?
you shouldn't be
Because
such a pussy,
disintegration is
Iris.
normally
Why
dex,
don't you
but if
just
this is
win,
dex, she has a
Iris?
chance.
I'm gonna make it Dex. Because,
Okay, she has a
if
chance
it's con,
You have
this
a
is gonna be
chance.
one-sided as fuck.
I have no chance.
So you're saying there's a
You
chance?
No,
Oh my god!
Hey Ash, guess what? The ghosts
Wow.
don't like you today.
no, they don't.
Right. So
Oh my
this is
god.
not the normal disintegration rate. This is a bit different. It is a massive hole is blown through your chest. Your heart is gone. There's nothing left of it. You immediately collapse on the ground, gasping desperately for air as you are about to blank out and die. However, Urias kneels in front of you and watches your expression. What's your expression like right now? Is there frustration, anger, surprise? What do you look
Panic.
Pretty much both. Both. There's a small smile, but still frustration in her eyes. It's like, fuck, too much to do.
As he looks over you, he grabs you by the throat, and you feel like the life that was slipping away suddenly is stabilized for a moment. You feel like he's preventing you from dying by holding you, and says to you, "Are you frustrated that you lost? That you're dying? Is there something you still want to do? Or do you simply hate losing? Tell me." You
Oh.
can speak, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool. I've still got so much left to do.
Do you want to win, Iris?
I think I do.
By the way, you see he snaps his fingers with his free hand. A swarm of bats and shadows suddenly surround the area around you, and nobody else can see you. Only you and him are inside the bubble, and nobody else can see what's happening inside. Why did you enter this tournament?
To prove my strength.
He looks at you quietly for a while, and then removes one of his gauntlets. He then pricks his finger with one of his fangs, and you see a single drop of blood beginning to gush out from it. He dangles it in front of your face. Drink.
Iris is still close mouth. It's like,
He doesn't answer. By the way, Iris, you would know that it's not so simple to turn into a vampire if that's what you're worried
No,
about.
no,
Just
I
drinking
know.
his blood is not gonna do anything.
but I'm seriously wondering, like, what are you doing? But if that's
He's
the
letting
case,
go of your neck. You feel that if he lets go of it, you will die.
alright, I'm gonna drink a drop of blood then.
He lets it fall from his finger and it falls into your mouth. As that droplet of blood touches your tongue, you feel like your body is on fire. You begin to rapidly regenerate. However, this is not normal healing magic. This is literally your body is being forced back together. You get the feeling that this is something similar to what probably Ruhana felt when her body was literally being kept together by Armoros. Your body is being unnaturally forced to put itself back together. You are absolutely blinded by the pain as you are back to full health. Also, you are now permanently enraged for the next minute. You can think of nothing but combat, fighting, and inflicting harm and more damage. You are a level 20 barbarian all of a sudden.
What?
Think of it that way. You are maxed out and you are roided and you are absolutely raging the fuck out. By the way, Morgana has lost control of her power. You are fully armored. And Ashura, because she has problems controlling her bloodlust and just got overcharged, is also out of control. Her blade is fully powered up. And she wants to fight. Since you are insanely powerful right now, the bubble is immediately blown off along with Urias, who stands back and begins regenerating. You can get back to your feet at full health.
It's a fucking dragon!
More like an ancient wild